Pisces, this is your tarot forecast, and we're looking at November 2015. And I know a lot of you have questions about what's going on in your life. How are things going to open up and expand? And so I've created a great tool for you. I'm going to be speaking about it here towards the end. So you want to follow through to hear exactly what tool I've created for you that you can use anytime, anywhere, whenever needed. I am so excited to launch this, and I'm so excited to see what you think, and I trust you'll come to love it. I don't know what took place there in October for you, but apparently it was good. Why? Well, I'm seeing that you're starting off the month super strong. There's strength around you, and I'm seeing somebody reaching out here with a potential that could actually be good for you. At least I see you're going to want to research it. I see a male speaking with you or wanting to come in and strengthen or shore up something for you. And this could become a very good collaboration. I'm seeing a lot of collaborative energy all together throughout this spread for you, where you can grow the environment of whatever it is you're doing. So you want to at least listen and be open to whatever these potentials are coming in before you make your decision. But I am seeing a major actually shift in your finances. So I feel that this might tie into it quite directly. When we're looking at partnerships, we're not necessarily speaking romance this month. I'll get back to that because there could be that for some of you as well. But what I'm seeing, though, is a cutting through to a next level. It's like you're stepping up in your matrix. In that, there might be a shift as far as growing your financial security. And I'm also seeing how it ties into you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. So I feel it's not just about the money. For you, it's all about the heart. What it is you're giving, what it is you're serving, coming together as a foundation here now, that it might just be a breakthrough with one or more of the projects that you've been working on. This allows you to leave a period where you might have felt that you've been giving a lot of energy. Some of you might even, in fact, feel a little tired or exhausted at this time, but it might just be because you've been giving and pushing to accomplish a certain goal. Then I'm feeling here new doors are opening up. And in this, Pisces, trust me, that what you have accomplished now, you might feel as the end of what you tried to accomplish. But what it actually really is showing me is the beginning of something new. There's totally new horizons opening up for you where you're going to be working in a different way or maybe in a different rhythm. And from it, I see how things are coming together on all levels for you. It's like your tools are now spread out in front of you, and you're also allowing yourself and those who work with you to look at the potential of these creative aspects. I can just say creative because I'm seeing how your mind is not stopping spinning here yet at this point, but it's shifting over to a new direction, as if this accomplishment is allowing new space now to take on shape and form. And again, I'm seeing collaboration for the third time here. And in that, I feel it's secure. It's something you can trust. It's something now that's sitting there like this, not just a sounding board, but something that can anchor in. Okay, so you don't have to worry. You don't have to watch it or pay attention to it. It's more like now this is taking care of itself, like up and running. In that also, I'm seeing how your foundation is pretty good right now. You're feeling great as far as where you're at, but you're also feeling that this is opening doors to your family, where family energies are coming into being in a way that you might have even more time or resources now to expand from within this area. Somewhere there is a man. He's keeping an eye on you from afar, I feel. And so things might have been laying low for a while, but I think this is just because everything is divine timing, right? So in this, I'm feeling that it might be this month that something is going to come up to the surface here and become a little bit more hands-on or more evident, or where it might be time to interact in this situation, whatever it is he represents for you. He's very fiery of nature. He's not a procrastinator. He is a doer. But then again, I also still feel that it's divine timing that's been holding something here aside for a while. But that should be interesting to see when that surfaces and what that can do for you. And it might even come to affect your work area. Now, there might just even be some routines here in addition. We're talking about work. I mean, there's a lot of work coming up for you, even though I do see that you're going to have some divine time off and have joy. I see that you're going to be catching up with your own me time, which I think all of you Pisces deserve after this marathon that you've been running. So make sure that you enjoy it and embrace it the most you can. But there's also here you looking at your schedules, your routines, and how that's been working for you, because it looks like you've been holding a very strict schedule, which has been needed too. So you followed up on it, but there's this underlying need now to kind of work differently, at least use your time differently, so that you can have a little bit more wind under your wings. So that's going to be important, how you strategize your schedule. All right. If you continue on the same schedule, why? Because we're creatures of habit. You know, we've put down a certain schedule and we just keep doing, right? But if you can look at how you can tighten up your schedule to other times and whatnot, you will find that you can find a whole lot more personal time to go off and get other things done, which is really great. You're going to come to hear about a certain person. Doesn't live close to where you live. I feel it's out of town, perhaps. Could even be further away. But there's big transformation taking on around this person here. And I'm feeling it might have been something that's been coming for a while. It looks like you may not have been in touch here as of recent, so it might be somebody externally on the outside of your inner circle. But there is news, definitely, of changes coming up here for this man. I see liberation around you, Pisces, and so whatever that means for you individually, I see that whatever now this conclusion or finalization is, it is with joy. It is with a sense of celebration. It's like you're turning the wheels right now towards whatever it is that you've been working at, and it's time. Things are really surfacing. I feel it's something that's going out. It appears to have been something in a long time coming, because it's not just a short-term project. This seems to be a conclusion of something that you've been working on over time. So, of course, in that, there's always a release and liberation. So for you, it's all going to be, now what? The next step. And knowing you, Pisces, there's always something behind wanting to come up and come out. For you, it's all about time management, because you always seem to have so many things going on. So that's not going to be difficult or complicated. But I do hope that you'll take a little time off and take a deep breather between now and then the next project. But I see you being bombarded with new ideas, new creativity, boom, 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 like that. So make sure that you take notes here this month in November that can actually become these new guidelines or these new inspirations for whatever projects, smaller projects, but I also see there could be an underlying larger project that you've been wanting to do, not really have had the time to implement it in everything else that's going on. And I feel that that's going to be your main priority. So focusing on it will help you to get that done, to have that concluded. So all of these new inspirations coming in, like I said, keep them on a notebook. Let them come in behind this next standing project, just so you can get this other project up and going and out of your hair. That is also something that's been in the works here for a couple of years, I feel. So that can be your next goal of accomplishment here. So this is good. And so I'm feeling you might need a little time, not much time. It looks like you might have already worked yourself halfway, at least through that project. So that should be coming up behind it. But it is a dynamic month. October for you was fascinating. October opened some doors where you're starting to really see the results of here right now. And not to mention, the end of November is really exciting because it's opening the door for December, which, let me tell you, is going to start off with a bang. Literally speaking, I just feel it's really powerful, but more on that on next month's forecast. Romantically, for those of you in a relationship, I see just a lot of stability. There isn't much changes going on in that department. I'm just seeing this harmony, this joy, this expansion. It's a great month here for you, November, in that sense. Some of you might come to find a new partner here. Like I said initially, collaboration is what I'm seeing now. Collaboration could come up as partnerships, either as far as work projects, but collaboration here in partnerships could also be new romantic engagements as well. So you're going to have to see how that pans out for you individually. Of course, I'm looking at all you Pisces, right? So I have a new channel, and it is called Pick 3 Cards. You can find it on YouTube, or you can also find it on my website anytime, also called pick3cards.com. So the thing is, you hold a question in your mind, you go pick 3 cards, and then you listen to the answer. Here's a little test so you can see what you can expect. And then afterwards, I'll put up the link. You go straight there and start asking your questions and see what answers you're going to get back. Now, here we have somebody who exudes power and intelligence. This is a man that we all look up to. We respect him. He's got integrity. He has lived up to his higher potential. And this is a man above all men, all the other kings in the zodiac. And it is because he lives true and authentic to his heart. He follows the guidelines of foundation in life for good rules, good integrity. It's definitely somebody that you can trust. If this man has showed up for you now in your question, you may expect this type of a person now to show up around you here in the very near future that will be supportive to you. It could be a father figure, it could be a boss, or somebody that you look up to and respect. It might be a soulmate that comes in, and in that case, you will come to see in this persona that he reflects many of the facets of the diamond, meaning that you can come to recognize certain traits from the men that you have met along your path, and so you will feel very safe, very comfortable with him. And normally, well, it is definitely somebody that you can tie very, very good liaisons with.